It's you. I know you think that you can get past me if you but continue to try, and to try, and to try. The truth is you shall. Perhaps not this night, but inevitably nonetheless.
At least you saved me some suspense. If I knew every outcome, as does the infamous Titan of Foresight, perhaps I too would become a disaffected, traitorous wretch.
What would you know of my plight? You who flail against time itself. So much courage born of pride. Come then, agent of change, and show me what I know you can do. I could not prevent it, do you see? I could only do my part.
Silence. Save your troubles for your master Kronos.
It's not my troubles that I mean to save. Agent of change. You God. I hate you all.
He's gone. For the underworld.
No trace remains now of the Titan of Foresight, or his eagle companion, save for a single feather left behind, as if to goad the princess on toward greater heights.
Just no more eagles, please.
Having suppressed the fate-wrought curse confining her within the underworld, the Princess of the Dead is witness to the war that rages in the heavens and the earth. Her aim, to reach the mountain of the gods, and there disrupt the massing forces of their crafty foe. We know for certain she arrives intact, but who can say what happens from that point? Most certainly not I. Not yet.
How? Return to Shadow now. A good night's rest. Glad to be back here with you. But it's a new night now.
You know how late I try not to listen to what the shades out there are warbling about, but they make it sound like lately you've been through some pretty hairy times.
It's hard to know exactly what they're referring to, but I've managed to reach Mount Olympus for one thing. Never thought I'd see it. The fighting there is very fierce.
Olympus, where the other members of your family have all been hanging out. What are they fighting over now?
Their reign over the heavens and the earth. and the continued existence of their ancestral home.
Oh, that's nothing new.
To your success.
Good evening, everyone. You must know the Titan Prometheus. I faced him on Olympus. Little wonder he now fights against the gods, having met his doom and lived. Unlike the mortals he supposedly cares for so much.
Prometheus. I took no pleasure in his plight. The gods certainly know how to make an example of someone. Now he seeks vengeance. A favored pattern in the weavings of the fates.
Now that you mention it, his knowledge of the future seems similar to that of your sisters. Do you suppose he's sided with Kronos because he knows Kronos will ultimately win?
I do not wish to speculate, Princess. All I know is the Titan of Foresight never was the violent sort. His experience in captivity must have changed him.
I'll have to change him some more.
Ooh, babe, you know what? You put up more of a fight out there than I figured. The rail was so hot to the touch I could hardly stand it.
Pleased to be of entertainment for your benefit. Is that all this is to you, then? You jeopardize our continued existence just for a cheap thrill?
Don't go acting like there wasn't part of you that felt a little thrill out there yourself. And now that you've had a taste, you want more, don't you?
I want you out of these crossroads, and out of my blasted path.
Too bad we can't have it all.
Fresh from the pot. Our cauldron. Essences of shadow to the surface rise. It'll be worth the wait.
Prometheus opposes us. Now that one hurts, goddess. Amongst us mortals, he was quite popular, beloved even. Gave us the gift of fire. Practically made us who we are.
And in so doing, he violated the will of Olympus. Supposedly, he has the gift of foresight. He ought to have anticipated the consequences of his disobedience.
What makes you think he didn't? All the more reason we admired him. He knew the cost of what he did for us and paid it willingly, or so I choose to think. But all that's in the past. If he's thrown in with Kronos now, he's lost his way.
He's done both.
Hey, showed Eris, didn't you? Could hear her crying practically from here. Been far too long since last I kicked her ass myself. At least somebody's picked up the slack.
Perhaps all of those savage fights between you two contributed to her disagreeable nature. Or yours, for that matter. Unless you're certain neither one of you has changed a bit, in which case, what was all the fighting even for?
You've met her. She always liked picking fights. And you've met me. I've never liked backing down from them. As for you, go learn to take a compliment next time.
I must have missed it.
Sure did. You trying to get me in trouble with the headmistress or something? Why don't you take your bottle?
I wasn't trying to get you in trouble, Nem. I was just... You know what? Forget it.
I ought to be the one honoring you, goddess. My inclination is to save this for the moment of our victory, but it's good to have in reserve in case of some emergency, you understand?
I understand indeed. And you already honor me with your friendship, Odysseus. As well as with your knowledge about how to deal swift death. Into the earth you go. The Arcana. Judgment. The Silver Pool. At last. Cassynth, the Black Coat. Envelop me in darkness that our foes cannot escape.
I like the sound of that. We bid you welcome to the vanguard of the underworld. Smack me good. Don't waste the strength on those. I shall return. Reserve your might for me.
Should help me gather bones.
Let's see you try that.
Need to recharge.
Take some for me, will you? Over here.